and welcome to Business as Usual. I'm Daneen O'Donnell, and today I'm with Jeff Rapp from Rapp's Bicycle Center. How are you today, Jeff?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
You are a busy guy. This store has got to be one of the most hopping places in Butler. So tell us a little bit, how did you ever get started in the bicycle business?
Well, I grew up on a small farm, and we started repairing bikes just in the backyard. I had a neighbor that had a whole pile of bikes, and we turned two or three bikes into one, and 51 years later, I'm here.
So you sort of self-taught and have been fixing bikes for 51 years. How long have you been in this location on Newcastle Road?
At this particular location, a little over 30 years, but we've always been on Newcastle Road somewhere. We were out in Montchestnut back in the 70s, but that's classified as Newcastle Road. So
Okay.
always been on Newcastle Road.
Okay. Well, when I look around your store, I see so many different products, accessories. I dare say your ductwork is even held up with bicycle chains, it looks like, which I think is really clever. So tell us what kind of things bikes obviously, tell us a little bit about some of the products you sell.
Well, it is primarily bicycles and accessories. We have skateboards and scooters and different things that we've had in the past, but we also rent U-Hauls.
And I see unicycles on the wall. I see, I think that I was told they're called fat bikes that you use in like winter and stuff like that.
Tire bikes.
Fat tire. And kids bikes. I see kids bikes, and I see a wide array of old and used bikes also. So do you also sell bikes from the past, bikes that have been used here?
Well, we do sell used bikes, and we have some vintage bikes. But unfortunately, right now with the amount of repair work we have, we don't have a whole lot of used bikes available. But we do deal in used bikes, yes.
So that's a big part of what you do here is bike repair. Tell me, are you like a one-man show? Do you have a bunch of people that help you with this, or are you kind of the guy that fixes stuff here?
Well, I have a couple helpers, so we keep all of us busy. But I have people helping me.
So Jeff, I have to say, you've been here for many, many years. What sets you apart from the big box stores that you can buy bikes from? I mean, you've been here for 51 years in the bike product business. So what does set you apart?
Well, what we do is, we handle a higher quality product than those other stores, but we also properly fit you, and we service what we sell, and have the parts and the accessories as well.
And let me ask about people who have never ridden bikes except for when they were kids, maybe 30 years ago, and they're looking for a new bike. I'd imagine that you can talk them through the whole process of what kind of bike is best for them, what's a good fit for what they want to do.
Most definitely, we can custom fit people to a bike that's going to work for them. Unfortunately, right now there's a bike shortage, and we have no availability of bikes.
So we were just talking about that a little bit. It's kind of the lag behind from COVID. Why is that? Because just so many people thought, hey, this is the great time to ride a bike. We're going to go get them. Is that what happened, do you think?
That's part of it, but there's actually a lack of supply.
Okay.
I mean, there are more people riding bikes, that is true, and the bike trails are busier than ever.
They are.
But I don't know the answer totally, but there is a lack of supply of bikes and parts.
Yeah, and I also see back in the corner here that you actually have apparel also for bike riding. So people can come here and find an outfit that they need to make bike riding more comfortable for them.
Yes, we do handle some clothing, mainly the shorts and the gloves, helmets, that kind of thing.
Okay. And you said that you also have the U-Haul business out of this store, so that's got to be a busy part of what you do as well.
That is correct. That's probably 50% of our business.
Okay.
We rent U-Hauls and also install hitches that are generally through U-Haul, and that's to put your bike rack on your bikes. So that's how the U-Haul is related.
I gotcha. I never would have guessed that. So tell us a little bit about what do you think would be an item in this store that people would be most surprised to find, something that's really unique?
I would say probably the most response is usually the skateboards. I mean, we've had skateboards for over 30 years, but that's everybody's expecting to see bicycles and accessories. But I guess probably the one thing we've had for decades is that everybody's not aware of is
skateboards. You wouldn't think to come to a bike store to get one of those. And I think I even saw a pogo stick on this.
That's true.
On the wall back there.
I forget about the pogo sticks. I mean, pogo sticks and unicycles are a regular thing, but not a huge seller.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about how, if someone wants some information about bikes or products you have, or even renting a U-Haul, how can they reach you? How can they find out more about Rapps?
Well, I guess the best thing is the call.
Okay.
I don't really have a website or anything. I mean,
okay.
But just call our number.
Well, folks, if you're looking into getting into bike riding or pogo stick hopping, whatever you would call that, I suggest that you stop in at Rapps. It's like a candy store for kids with all the bikes and things that are available here. For Armstrong, this has been Daneen O'Donnell with Business as Usual. If you enjoyed this episode of Business as Usual and would like to see more, click on this playlist up here. To catch all the programs on the Armstrong Neighborhood channel, click on the subscribe button down here. I suggest you do both.